And then I was trying to go to the bathroom in Billings, and two of them were waddling in. I was kind of ahead of them a little bit, and they got angry that I didn't stop and wait for them, and one of them kind of bumped into me. And that's what tyranny is. They're going to run the arts. They're going to run theater. They're going to run the culture. They're going to run your life. They're going to home inspect you. And you're going to kiss their butt. You're going to lick their boots. This is what tyranny is about. And it's just like the Queen of England likes to wear a ceremonial diamond headdress, or somebody in the South Pacific, some New Guinea headhunter, they like to wear a fancy headdress. That's what America is. I noticed there were Navy guys got on our airplane back to Austin from Denver, and they were on power trips acting all secretive in their Navy whites with badges on. I guess they were Navy police. They were flying first class. Us scum that pay the taxes, we were riding not in first class. But the Navy gods, the low-level nobodies, had little police badges on, and they were in the airport before they got on the plane with us, looking around and feeling powerful. And it's all about status. See, the new status is slave milk cows, that's us, the public, the brain-damaged thugs that enforce for them, and then the criminal offshore bankers above them that are carrying out the social engineering. And so that's why it's in the news that Obama says your kids are going to go to school year-round. You're not going to homeschool. You're not going to keep your neighbor's kids for even 5 minutes without a license. And you're going to give you a $100,000 fine for a garage sale. And they're going to pass and now they're announcing citizen spies nationwide to spy on everyone in the name of terror. But you go to the meetings, they admit, actually, is your neighbor spanking their kid? Do you smell marijuana? They're hiring cable guys to spy on you in your house. Everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Foreign banks are looting everything. Private mercenaries are occupying towns. Hell is being released and forced inoculations are being set up. Stay with us. I mean, let's face it, we're a dumbed-down, poisoned, diseased, overweight nation of arrogant couch potatoes, ruled by even more arrogant couch potatoes, and then a criminal scientific dictatorship above it. Later, I'm going to show a photo of Michael Hilton, the con artist, in his little royal outfit with the badge and everything made up, next to the Queen of England. Same thing, just a criminal in a fancy outfit to impress the natives. And we are the dumbed-down moron natives here. Well, I'm not selling New York for a bucket of beads. And that's all we're doing to the NAFTA highways and the Trans-Texas Corridor and the New World Order. The whole thing, it's a scam. But people get into being scammed and don't want to admit they've been scammed. And so they can never wake up to the fact that they've been bamboozled. They think it's cute. They have a sycophant, fawning pomp worship of tyranny. Let's talk to Chris in Australia. Chris, you're on the air.
How you going, Alex? It's an honour to speak to you, mate. Can you hear me?
Honor to speak to you, sir. Do you have worship of government in Australia?
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. I was going to say, you know how you've got all those foreign troops in Montana there?
Yes.
The thing I'm more worried about is all these Xbox and PlayStations now. They're not even going to need them.
Maybe it's me, but I'm having trouble understanding. Your phone is breaking up a bit. What are you saying about Xbox and PlayStations?
Well, I was just saying, you guys sound awfully worried about all the foreign troops in Montana, but it looks like there's going to be everyone's going to be on their Xbox and PlayStations. Get the picture? So I'm a bit nervous.
Yes, absolutely. People are busy. Well, you know, the Army now admits that they helped work with Microsoft and others to make those games realistic. And now they go, oh, you're a champion at this flight simulation game. Well, you're now going to be in the same control panel flying Predators and Raptors. Not Raptors. What's the new Predator? The Reaper. The Reaper's an unmanned. And they've got them out just killing people. So, yes, that's our new economy. Killing people, drones, prisons, police states, swaggering potbellies. That's what we do.
That's right. And I see they're starting to beat the drum in Iran now. All the propaganda started, just like Iraq.
Yes, they are the exact same propaganda. Iran announced they had a peaceful facility. They're not even close to building it. It's all a huge hoax. They admit it's a hoax now. Totally made up, just like yellow cake from Niger and aluminum tubes and WMDs in Iraq. And the public is loving it again. Oh, con us again. We were born to be conned. Take our bank accounts.
It's disgusting. 200 million innocent people dead last century wasn't enough.
Well, government did kill 200 million people, but this century the public's like, look, kill all of us. Please, take all our rights. We are stupid morons. We are nihilistic losers. We want to be gang raped by the New World Order. You know, I'm being a bit negative. The good news is people are really starting to wake up.
I still think that it's going to be a biological war is going to be more imminent than anything, I think.
Oh, but don't worry. The government will have a shot that actually gives you the bioweapon, but the public will love that. They love dying.
Hey, you know how people get done for fraud for nothing? How do these all these political leaders, how can they get away with the global warming scam? Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard of?
How do foreign mercenaries show up in police uniforms and everyone bows? The public has been trained to love evil and lap it up and then vomit out good. They see something good, they go, ah! They see something evil, oh, black uniforms, black masks, oh, I feel safe. Oh, you want to inject my kids with all these vaccines, even though it's admitted you've been putting cancer viruses in them and sterilizing people on purpose. Oh, the vaccine insert admits it's going to sterilize my daughter? Oh, my God, I love that. The illusion created by the power of government is too big. It is a cancer. Every time you get big government, tyranny takes place, the public gets robbed, and most of the time gets killed. Because the government says, we can't steal anymore. We've got to at least leave these people with shirts on their backs unless we work them to death in slave camps. We'll do that. And that always happens. So, I know, it's what you want, it's what you're going to get. You want tyranny? You think we can kill 1,300,000 Iraqis and get away with not being judged here? All the lies, all the propaganda. I know they can show troops on TV every night saving some Iraqi that's have given birth or saving an Iraqi dog. Humans have been dehumanized, so people don't like seeing a kid being saved. So they'll show one of our troops saving a dog. And the individual troops are good men and women, many of them. But the mission was built on lies and a fraud, and Iraq is clearly worse off than it was before, and this was about oil and empire and power, just like Afghanistan is about opium. You don't think the Russians went into Afghanistan because they wanted to go skiing on some of the snow-tipped mountains, do you, in the Himalayas? No, 80% of the world's heroin comes out of there, and that's why the BBC admits the U.S. forces are growing it and shipping it out, so your kids can take it. Yeah, it's about the $500 billion a year in opium. That's why we're there, for the smack. And you can feel good and cry at the American flag. Everything the American flag symbolizes is being torched. See, it isn't the flag that's special, it's what it symbolizes. But people love being gullible. Well, 7 years ago, they stopped giving the anthrax shot full of squalene to the troops because so many of them were dying from it. Oh, they're going to give it to the troops again. But I know you don't really care about the troops. You just feel like it just feels good to be a fake sentimentalist. So go ahead. Go ahead. Tell the troops to take it. And more will die. And then you can go to your VFW hall and get drunk and talk about how you're Rambo and you're good. And then your granddaughter can die of a heroin overdose from smack that our corrupt army helped grow. Yes, they grow the smack. I mean, I'm just not playing people's games anymore. Here in Texas, around half the counties just rob people and deal drugs and do whatever they want. It's the same thing nationwide. The government's too big and it's out of control and it's corrupt. And some of you people out there won't admit how screwed up it's gotten. All right, I'm going to shut up and take calls this segment and the next. Then I'm getting into, you're not allowed to have neighbors over now without government permission. Folks, you're going to, look, tyranny works like this. It gets bad and it gets worse and it gets a little bit worse, and then suddenly the bottom falls out and you're living in communist China. But let me tell you, a lot of you are so mentally cowardly you will rationalize this and call tyranny good. Because I've just got children and a wife, and I can't believe my beloved America is being turned into a complete cesspit. And if you can't figure out me using the example of the troops in Afghanistan with, I care about our military, but I don't like how it's being used. Just like Hitler said, shut up to anybody that said, I'm not against the military, but I think Hitler's bad.